Did you know that exactly 10 Premier League players this season have known release clauses in their contracts? And we're going to rank them all from the cheapest to the most expensive release clause currently in the Premier League. Coming in at 10th, and actually the cheapest release clause in the Premier League, isn't a player, it's actually a manager, with the only known release clause as a manager being Iriola of Bournemouth, with exactly 10 million to get him. Apparently Spurs are looking at that already. 10 million for Iriola seems like a bargain. What a manager. And at night, the first player is Aaron Ramsdale, who has a £25 million release clause in his contract if he got relegated, which obviously they have. Again, relegation king Aaron Ramsdale, so 25 million for another Prem club to snap him up, only for him to get relegated again. And at 8th, we have Liam Delap, a very well-known one of Ipswich, also a relegation clause, 40 million for him from Ipswich is enough to get him away from him after relegation this season. There's two players on a £50 million release clause, and they are Bernardo Silva of Manchester City. I'm not sure who's going to pay that in today's market. He doesn't look like the same player anymore. And Dean Huijsen of Bournemouth. And clubs absolutely will want to pay that for Dean Huijsen, one of the most talked about youngsters in world football right now, never mind as a centre-back. But 50 million is his release clause. Now into the top 5 most expensive release clauses currently in the Premier League, and we have another very well-known one, and it's Matheus Cunha of Wolves. 62.5 million gets you Matheus Cunha, and a lot of clubs are looking at this, including Manchester United, who are apparently the favourites. Above him, though, just above him on 68 million release clause, is a Bere Eze from Crystal Palace. Again, quite a lot of clubs will be looking at that after another decent season from him. Into the top 3, we have 2 players join on 85 million, and they're both West Ham players. West Ham just must like the 85 million pound release clause number, as Kudus and Paqueta both have a release clause of 85 million currently in their contract. But the number one highest release clause currently in the Premier League by a long shot is Newcastle United and Bruno Guimaraes on 140 million. This was 100 million last summer, but after no one got him in by the end of June, that increased by a apparent 40 million. It was 100 million, increased to 140 million now as of last June. So they're the most expensive release clauses currently in the Premier League. Who do you think's overpriced, and who do you think's the best bargain from that? And really quickly, if you are a Premier League fan or a fan of fantasy football and like players scoring points off their real life performances, but actually want to build your club and build your stadium, kit and badge as well, go download our new game. It's called Club. It's on iOS and Android. Start playing it now.